Hi guys, right, okay, we are finally going to do part 2. I'll move that a little bit. You should hopefully notice that I have finally managed to get my lighting under control with much to do and stress and throwing and having a paddy of things. Hopefully today will look much better. I'm getting there. Why is it whenever you get better stuff, it just doesn't seem to make things better without an awful lot of effort? So for part 1, I showed you the bits and pieces of doing the flowers and the wood and the vines for the surround, and for this final part we're going to do this bug, and then we're going to do ourselves a nice easy gel crayon background. So I'm going to bring you in. And refocus that, and hopefully the lighting should remain useful and good and all those things. I'm going to add a light source for this part, and yeah, we have our book. So we were using Polychromos pencils and will continue to do so. Bear with me guys while I very loudly lay those out. I think we'll start with some green, as essentially that's the only real colour I know I want him to be, and we'll stick with the chrome oxide green 278, and I think I'm gonna make the main body of our bug green, and then add the pinks and oranges in for accents. I think that should make him look kind of cool, hopefully. What do we reckon? We will see. So as always, just blending that colour away for the next colour to come into it. Still, I'm gonna zoom us in a little bit. I think that will be a bit better for you guys. Hopefully you can see a little bit more then. Just trying to keep the base parts of him darker, again like our light sources from above. A little bit here and underneath in here. And then with the next colour, that permanent green olive 167. And I'll bring that up slightly. Whew. Winded myself carrying all my stuff upstairs. Pathetic. Right, so hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I am right at the end of the month, real last minute, with this less colour, I'm afraid. Hence the completed pages video in between, because I just unfortunately didn't have this all up and edited and ready yet, but we will have now. My migraines seem to have eased off again, so I'm hoping to get lots of filming done this weekend, get a few stored up ready, so that won't happen to us again. So I'm just going to go everywhere now with this earth green yellowish. And yeah, like I said, I bought a couple of new bits of kit, trying to improve kind of the lighting and the smoothness of motion, because I had one of those like hard camera arms that you've got to kind of mould into place, which they're great, but when you need to move in and out, seasickness incurs, and they're not quite as sturdy now as I need. And yeah, I did that, and we got some lights, some new lights, kind of more of the same lights I had before because I like them, but my camera's not quite as keen as I am, and for some reason will now no longer maintain autofocus in any way for me. Yeah, it's not happy. So same thing again for the other side, and then again I tend to make them darker around the sides, coming up into a lighter middle. Just work from dark to medium to light. Nice and simple. This whole page has been just quite nice and simple and relaxing more than anything. Same again, dark to medium to light, outwards from the base of each leg. That's one. Just feather that out into nothing. So you can lay your next colour on top. Do the same thing on the other side. Just coming the other way out, and then the medium green we've got, pop that over the top, feather it out a little bit further each time this time. I do forget how nice my polys are, because I do rotate my pencils a lot, trying to use different things on the channel because everybody has different stuff, and because I've got different stuff and I want to use it up. But we're going to that lighter green now. But when it's been a little while and you go back to one of your favourites, you forget just how nice, how relaxing they are. When you get that favourite pencil that you just love to work with, and it does what you want it to do, it colours to your style, it has lovely colours, some of your favourite blends, and it's relaxing to work with, if that makes sense. Especially on a nice, easy, relaxing page like this. Simple blends, simple colours. You can just sit and chill and colour a relaxing page. To be honest, I'll move my light because I'm in my own shadow at the moment, aren't I? There we go. Right, so same thing for the other parts that match, and then as we come down the body, again I'm just going to come dark around the edges, real nice and simple. I'm not messing with a lot of these little intricate pieces, don't fancy it. It's not a part of the look I'm going for, and I don't really want to emphasise them. I want them to just be a part of the book. So nice and dark in the edges. Working that across and into that medium green. As always guys, if you don't have Polychromos, if you want to use different pencils, I've gone for quite kind of true, a nice dark natural green, a medium more true green, and a paler more yellow green. It's as simple as that. Use whatever you want. Hell, use a darker medium and a light pink if you like. You know, just sit and colour with me. Colour whatever page, whatever book. Enjoy, have fun, no pressure. Show me what you did afterwards. I love to see them. I don't even care. I don't care if it matches mine. I don't care if it's the same colours. I don't care if it's the same page. If we did it together, to me, it counts. Same thing, I'm going to bring that in and around. Now this piece here I find to be quite interesting. It looks almost as if he's got a jewel mounting set in there, so I might actually colour this piece here in my black sakura glaze and then colour this jewel on his back. So obviously I'm going to make it look like the bug is underneath there, in between where you can see his armour jewel mount. So the dark green in first, and then the medium. Bring that over and in a little bit, fade it out again. Just like the idea of that. As always, your gels and things go on last. I do them even after my background, to be honest, most of the time. It stops you just smudging and sticking your fingers in or whatever. I mean, you could do them first, but then I'd leave that till tomorrow to dry. And seeing as this is today's video, we are not doing that. I will be doing my background first, and we'll do the inking later. I'm going to pop my lightest green over the top of everything. As always, I think a true page, for me, I decide as I go. Everybody's different. Some people have a really nice, intricate plan. These things all worked out beforehand, and indeed it's a part of the joy for them. Everyone gets different things from their hobbies. Some people like to chart how many pages they've coloured, create and order swatch charts. It's all a part of how we relax. I'm not particularly much for swatching and all that, but I can see where the relaxation is for some people, because I do know people that do feel that way about it. Hence why I do still do the swatching videos for you guys, because I know some people really love them. And I know other people that actually find it really stressful trying to create swatches on their own, so they use videos like that to take the pressure out of it, because they still want to swatch. So, you know, it's a hobby, it's a very personal thing. Right, yikes. Remember your brushes, people, don't do that. So I'm going to essentially finish off the little bits of green, and then we will come back to do this gel mount, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, we have one green bug. So we've pink and orange left, so it's just a decision on what colour I want my gem to be really. Do I want it to be pink? Do I want it to be orange? You could do either one, and then all I'd do is swap the other colour to the other bits and pieces on the bug. So essentially I'm thinking Right, bugging orange, we'll go that way. Gemming pink. So I've got this terracotta 136. Going to add some buggy colours to his eyes. Just a bit of that darker orange in the middle and around the edges of his bands. And then some dark cadmium orange 115. I'm going to bring that over the top and in a little over his eyes. I'm going to black glaze these pupils. That's why I've left them. And same again. And then this cadmium orange 111 all the way over the top of that. Nice. Oh, would you look at that? I do not have, do I? Yes, I do. Hang on. One electric eraser. We'll get rid of that. The other beauty of oil pencils, they do erase quite nicely. Maybe a little bit there as well. That's the problem, once I start looking, we start the eraser frenzy. Right, so that's it for the orange really, that's all I want. What I am going to do is take the darkest green I've got and my pencil sharpener, get a nice point. You could use a really dark brown, a really dark grey, a black, anything. I'm just using this because it's what I've got here in my pal. And for my gem, let's bring you in a crazy amount. I want to put some almost like marble veins into my gem, so I'm just going to put some wiggly lines, not really any rhyme or reason to them, into my gem, just like that. Really easy. Sure you'll make yours look prettier than that. And then I'm going to take my dark colour, my alizarin crimson, nice sharp point, and I'm going to put some dark pink in along this bottom edge and around a little bit and fade that into nothing. And I want to really, really darken that edge there. Like that. And then just a little bit just here as well. Fade that out, real dark. And I'm going to do the same thing around this outer edge. And fade that. I don't know what this would be. And I might make these pink, I think. Why not? Pink, 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 pink. I don't like these. I'm going to just colour everything in with my glaze pen that I don't like. Okay, so my medium pink, I'm going to use this Rose Carmine 124. Just something a little bit paler. Work that in a little bit further. Same again on my gem. Just work that up a little bit and round. We will be adding white gel pen to this later to finish it off. So salmon 130, again just a bit paler around the inside of that ring. And again just bringing that further in. I'm going to leave a little bit of white, I think. And then back in with that darkest pink in that corner. Really dark. Same here. Okay, yep, happy with that. Like I said, we will finish that off after with a black glaze, and I'm going to white out the black lines for my gem. So we're gonna zoom all the way back out, and we're gonna lift. Let's see, to there. I think. Yeah, I think we're happy with there. Couple of things now as we do our background. I want some paper to protect my next page. I've got my cutting board palette here. I'm going to pop that. I'll pop it on camera for now, and then I'll move it out of the way. I've got essentially literally my box full of stuff. I've got some craft blending brushes of different sizes. Some are craft brushes, some are makeup brushes. I use whatever. And a couple of actual blender brushes. I've got a size 8 and a size 2. I've got one of these foam Inktense distress ink blenders as well, just in case. And then I've got a bit of a Mod Podge. I do not know why I've got this colour in here, so we'll go with that. But I have Faber Castell Gelatos, and I love these. I've got the TBC, so the Best Crafts silky crayons. Love these. Recently I just got the Shuttle art gel crayons in the big set of 48, and I really like these so far. I have distress crayons, and I love these. I think that's all the brand. I do have another brand downstairs, but I didn't pull any blues from it. And I did just recently manage to get my sticky fingers on some King Arts, so you will see those on the channel soon. So I think I don't know why I have a pink randomly in there either, unless I thought it was a purple. I was thinking pink and blue and purple. So we will see. I've got a few colours pulled as always, just to have a little play and decide. So the first thing I tend to do is I've got my scrap piece of paper. I've pulled a load of blues and purples because that's the colours I know that I want to use. So I'll pull 2 different blending brush, one for my blue, one for my purple, and we will just try some shades before chucking anything on our page and being stuck. So I'm going to try some of the purples because I do think I fancy. That's a bit cool tone for what I want. Ooh, how brave are we going to be about this? Maybe. I think they might be my purple choices. So that is a silky gel crayon, and that is a Shuttle art. It really doesn't matter. You want a light purple, a dark purple, use whatever you have. Use inks, use paints, use whatever you prefer, guys. I will be happy to see whatever you do. So blue, I think I've got this nice dark blue here, and then this more medium. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think that will be enough, but we'll hold a pale blue in reserve. You never know. Never know. As always, I like to pale colours first because then I can use my same brush, tap it off. Make sure you get enough of the excess off that you're not going to ruin your page. Don't put too much pressure down, it's better too little and you fix it. You see, that is not what you want to do on your page, so adjust and practice. You blend and you spread, can you see how much better that looks the second time that I did that? And then this darker purple, let's try. You want a lot less pressure with your darker colours, very quickly be stuck. I'll be honest, once on they're very close, so I might remove the paler purple from the effort list and just stick with the darker one. And then this bright blue, I like the idea of that. I'm not trying technique now, I'm just trying colour. Yes. And then the darker one. Darker one. No. So I'm going to go with this one and this one. So a blue and a purple, I'm happy with that. I can adjust the colour by pressure and do what we're doing as we go. So, do we want to go patchy blue and purple, or do we want to have a purple edge and a blue middle? I think I'm going to have a purple middle and I'm going to come out to a blue. We have a plan. Get plenty of it off. Very gentle, no pressure. Oh my god. Let's do this. Oops, don't stick it in your blue. More purple on my board. Once you've got a new set on, make sure you get it properly off because you'll pick a lot more on your brush. I'm going to just extend it a little bit into the corners. Okay, blue. Which blue did we decide, guys? It was the middle one, wasn't it? Middle blue. Tap that off. The one nice thing I like about these over soft pastel, you can stick your dirty fingers all over the page, and when you put your gel crayon, it'll just stick to the page like there's nothing there. Whereas soft pastel, to be honest, if you're going to be a bit extra, I'd wear a glove, because everywhere you leave fingerprints, the pastel won't lie down very well. And yeah, I'm extra enough to do that. If I want to get my background right, it really bugs me. I will put a glove on like I'm sat in a museum and create my background, no problem. Now mix a bit of that darker blue in. Why not use it, eh? it will always change the colour of it. It will, if you put it over your flowers, it is going to affect the colour. It doesn't actually bother me that it just mutes the flowers into the background a little bit, but if it does bother you, maybe a smaller brush and a little bit slower, a little bit more careful. Go around things a little bit, not like me. I mean, you can then take a clean brush and give that a bit of a blend and a push just to reduce, you know, the amount over your pencil, no problem. Pop a bit more blue onto that board. Mix it with that darker blue again. Right, so I'm going to move my board because as we get close to the middle, you can be all fancy and proper about this and put some whatever down. Do be careful though, so it can rip your book if it's too tacky. Or you can just stick your bit of paper into the... I just stick my bit of paper directly down. They're not wet, so you don't really have to worry about the runoff. So you only really need to hold something into the seam to keep stuff clean. It's enough. Can you see? There's nothing on my next page at all. I'll just finish off along that seam. Sorry guys, off the edge. Right, that's my base of gel crayon, purple and blue, and then I did bring these bushes for a reason. I'm going to pop my board back there, put a bit more purple and a bit more blue down. You can tell they're cheap, can't you? No problem. Whack a bit of blue on there. Right, so what I want to do is add a little bit of texture to this one. So I don't really like using these bushes because you get, well, texture. So when I actually want to create that effect, I do pull them out for that because that is exactly what they'll give you. So I'm going to use the bigger brush for the blue. I'm going to pop my brush into that. Again, still stipple it off. I'm going to move my board again because probably I'm going to come into the edging a little bit. And I am just going to sort of blend still. But what you'll notice, you'll get a much less smooth effect with the brushes. So I'm just going to patch that in a few places and purposely add some texture. To my page. Let's see, let's refocus that. Maybe a little bit. And you can always actually stipple if you really want to just just drop some, I'm using that darker blue now, and just dropping some colour into that. A little bit like you would with your acrylic when you want to just splash rather than blend. I'm actually adding that on. We use the smaller one for my purple. I'm going to do the same sort of thing. Now you need to be a bit more careful when you're doing this because it's not blended in, so it will rub more than the blended usually would. So I definitely leave paper in between my pages when I'm doing something more like this. Most certainly. I do think it gives sometimes, you know, just a little bit of variety. Overlapping the purple into the blue now that we're just stippling it, and then I'm gonna just blend a little bit of this purple. And you can see it just adds a bit to it. Just a little bit of fun, I think, anyway, to that page. So like I said, I would leave something in between there, to be honest, for a while. But instead of behaving, I'm just going to finish this bug with you guys. So we'll bring you back in and you can see, like, you know, there's nothing neat or pristine about it. Just tapped it all over the place wherever we wanted it, and we're a very rough blue and purple. So I'm going to take, I've got my black sakura glaze and just a white gel pen. I've got the Uniball Signo, so I'm going to do my white first. I would probably suggest at this point popping something to lean on so you don't cover yourself in gel crayon. So I'm just going to white out these dots and lines along the gem, turn it into a highlight instead. Same for this ring here, around that inner circle. Just gonna white gel pen that all out. I can see why white lines are a bit of a craze among colourists. It does just change the game a little bit, doesn't it? It's a nice effect. I've started using it quite a bit. The more I colour, you just got to keep the tip of your pen clean to keep a smooth lay down, and it is slow going. I haven't bothered with this outer circle because I'm going to pop the black glaze to that. And I'm just doing the same with this bit of black in here. So that's my white done. And then with my black, sorry guys, knocked you then, didn't I? Glaze, again, just make sure that's clean. I'm going to do his little eyeballs. I love these pens. I buy these open stock off Amazon, just buy a couple at a time. Because I'll be honest, I have like the big pack of 10 is it of glaze pens, 10 or 8. I only ever really use the black one. to make sure I've got a thick enough layer down. Before moving along. It doesn't really go over itself very well. Hence this little patchy bit here. Just going to drop some in. I'll probably fix that when it's dry. I do little circles, and like I say, I don't move to the next patch till that's thick enough. Get a nice opaque layer on. Go away around those dots, but the other bits that I don't like, I'm just covering over. They're all very juicy pens, these, once they get going. It obviously just dried up a little bit on the end. I should have worked it out on another bit of paper first, really. Okay, that is that. And we are done. So let's come out a bit. Remove my other layers. You can see that, you know, the pages behind there are fine. We're okay. And so is the page next to it. Like I said, I would leave that open for a while to dry, and then I would still tend to put something in between that. I'm just going to take my clean and just clean off this flower a little bit. That is, for the most part, done. So the only other couple of bits I wanted to do, I've got my, where on earth have I put my white? With my white gel crayon again, I'm going to come in. I want to white out, white gel crayon I said, didn't I, when I meant gel pen. I want to white out the spots. So I would do that for all of those, and then I think for these, in the end, I was quite happy with it. You could white out the edges of these bits of pollen, but I don't think I'm feeling it now. You do tend to change your mind as you go. I didn't colour the inside dots on these, so you could white those out just for the effect of it. Let's see, I'll try it for science. Can always black them back in, can't I, if I then hate it. Are these prettier without a black outline? Okay, yeah, go on then, not mad at it. So I'll maybe white that bit out as well. Why not? I'm of course lent on my page now, aren't I? Do I have a blue hand? I don't think so. So yeah, I'm going to go all the way around that as well. That's it really, just, you know, your bits and pieces. You look at your page, decide what you want to add. And that is my jewelled book from the, what is it? Welcome to the Witch's Cottage, Tales of the Witch's Cottage by Hanna Karlzon. I hope you enjoyed the page. I hope you like how it turned out. I hope the background wasn't too disappointing. You guys know that's not really where my skill lies. Give me a pencil and I'm fine. Give me a background and panic stations. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It'll do. I'm going to finish off my white bits and you will see him in the end of the month video. So if you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up. It helps my channel. If you enjoy the content, please do subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.